Greetings. I hope you're well. Welcome back to the Spirit Walker channel. And today we are going to talk about crop circles. It's going to be the first video of two. In this video I'm going to discuss the possible origin of crop circles. I'm just going to add my 2 cents. There's quite a lot of research on that, and I'm going to point out some facts that are quite interesting about crop circles. So this is part 1, and I hope that you watch this video, but you also click on part 2 as well, because the 2 videos are going to be complementary. Now, crop circles are things that have been with us for at least 500 years. So a lot of people think that they are a new phenomenon, but that's not true. We have reports in Europe of the something that was called the mowing devil, in the 1500s, where all of a sudden a formation or a circle, a crop circle would be observed, would form overnight. And of course the people in the 1500s had no clue what it was, so they just said it was some type of devil or some type of mystical creature that was forming this. And this is just what we know. So I actually suspect that crop circles may have been with us for maybe even thousands of years. So crop circles, they are a very controversial topic. There are, of course, someone is of course trying to communicate with us. It could be aliens, it could be some people have suggested it could be time travelers, and the crop circles could be markings in time and space. So there would be, in the same way that you go to a forest and you may build something just to show you the way, how to get out, or to mark each step that you're going. If you have the ability, if mankind in the future has the ability of time travel, the crop circles could very well be a type of a marker that they could be using. Or maybe it really is something that is coming from outer space, so from our time, but something from outer space. There are some very interesting messages that have been decoded. You can see there is a binary code, almost like in a CD type environment, and some of these messages have been detected to be binary codes, and they have been interpreted, and I'm going to give some of the messages in video 2, so stick around and watch video 2, video part 2. But of course these strange messages that we have been receiving, they are controversial, and there's quite a lot of people that don't really like this. They're not comfortable. They're not comfortable with the idea that there is life out there. They're not comfortable with the idea that mankind is not the only game in town. They feel uneasy, so they try to deny it. They try to call people names like conspiracy theories and all of that stuff. And some crop circles are deliberately made by men. They're deliberately made by humans for a number of reasons. So, for example, this one that you're seeing right now was a formation that was created by a group of students to celebrate the Firefox browser for some reason. I think this one was in 2002. So these students, they obviously don't have jobs. They obviously don't have anything better to do with their time. So they created something that they thought was going to be cute. This other one, there was actually a protest by Greenpeace. They're saying that this is the toxic symbol, or the symbol of toxicity, that they carved in a plantation that they didn't like. So there are a number of crop circles. They are man-made, and some are made for by unemployed people that do have a lot of time on their hands. Some are made by pranksters. Some are just works of art. People like to draw these things. Some have messages, just like this one that was carved by Greenpeace. But this is a relatively small proportion of the crop circles, because in reality, the vast majority of crop circles, they don't have easily identifiable messages that we could glean. And the other thing as well is that humans, they draw crop circles just by stomping on plants. So you just level them out. You just stomp on them. So you get a plank and you just go on and stomping. So there are pranksters that do this, and other groups, etc. But there has been research that suggests some very interesting things. So, for example, this group, this is BLT Research, they have gone through a number of crop circles. I think that these are US crop circles, and they have realized that the plants, they presented some deformations. The plants that have been flattened out, they presented some kind of deformation that was caused by some type of radiation. So the crop circles, they are genuine. They cannot be explained just by people getting a plank and stomping on plants and breaking them off. So, for example, the example on the left, right there, shows what is called an expulsion cavity. So in corn, so it's like one of the nodes of the corn has been exploded from within. So from within out towards outside. So this almost suggests some type of radiation or microwave radiation type catalyst that was found in the crop formations. On the right there, you can see that the nodes of the plants involved in the crop formation collected from the crop formations. In the case on the right there, it was wheat. The nodes, they have been elongated. So on the right top, you can see the samples from the crop circle, and on the right, the bottom, you can see a control set of nodes. And you can see that the ones that have been affected by crop circles, they are at least 3 times as big as a normal wheat node. And this was probably caused by some type of radiation, microwave radiation, or some type of emanation and energy emanation that we still do not understand. Another example is these, from the same group, you have nodes being elongated and deformed. And one interesting thing as well, it's there on the right, is that you have a control sample of regrown maize. So after the crop circle was made, they grew maize again on the same location. So on top you have a control. So just maize was planted at the same time that a crop circle was replanted. And on the bottom you have maize that has been replanted on the same location of the crop circle. So you can see there that the after seven days, so both the control and the formation sample were collected after 7 days. The formation or the crop circle sample plants, they do not grow. They do not grow after the crop circle has been carved out. So basically, surely there is some kind of lingering radiation or some soil alteration that lingers even after the crop circle has been made, and even 7 days after. So you still have this type of abnormality that stays there. And of course, these things cannot be done just by unemployed people stomping on plants. Now, all of these things suggest that crop circles, they do have a message. They are whoever is writing, whoever is carving these things out there, they're trying to tell us something. This is a worldwide phenomenon, although for some reason things seem to be quite frequent and quite common in England for some reason that as of yet no one has been able to identify why England is such a has such a concentration of crop circles. But it really is a global phenomenon. So there are many crop circles in the US, in Canada, in Australia, in continental Europe, for example, Germany and France. There are crop circles in Brazil and in many parts of Asia. And this phenomenon has picked up the attention of mainstream media. There have been TV shows made about this. There's even your usual mainstream science and mainstream news, the materialistic, cabal-controlled news channels. They have been discussing crop circles, and they are. Some of them are, they have derogatory remarks, and some of them are genuinely asking the question, what are these things? Now, I'm just going to show you something here that is a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but it's also quite informative. This is an article by the Smithsonian saying that crop circles are a hoax. Now, for an organization that has such a reputation in pushing the agenda of the cabal and suppressing evidence of disclosure, such as the Smithsonian, then if they come out and say crop circles are a hoax, then to me this is almost bulletproof evidence that crop circles are not a hoax. For the Smithsonian to come out and say don't look at these things because they are hoaxes. So that actually means that they are hiding something. That actually means that crop circles should be investigated and should be, and we should try to read what these messages are telling us. So I would like to thank you. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to come out with videos every week, so always interesting things. Subscribe, like, and if you can, share as well. Now, one reminder is that I'm going to continue this video in part 2. So see you next time. Thank you.